Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Old Streams farm, where today we're seeding again, but today we are seeding some corn on field 15, so it's going to be quite a big field to seed. We do have quite a reasonable sized seeder though. You might be able to see that Sergei is actually ploughing up field 4 again, because for whatever reason the soybeans we planted there failed instantly. I don't know what happened there, but it happened. He did also have a word with his friend. It is, by the way, the next day. What I did the rest of yesterday was I finished seeding field 4. Seeded field 4 in soybeans, which failed. And I seeded field 10 in canola, which did not fail. So I'll need to get some more soybeans in the ground in field 4 once the ploughing is done. We've got to cultivate it over again, and then we'll try and seed more soybeans there. But we are seeding corn here. I have had word that there is a combine available at a reasonable price. It's a bit old. It's a bit newer than the one we have at the moment, actually. But the one we have at the moment is reasonably collectible, as it turns out. There's a collector wanting our combine. Our little case 60 and 60. And the shop has said, if you can get to us with the right money, which they told me an amount, it's about 77,000, we will give you a class dominator. You can buy headers for it and deal with that. I said fine. The dealer's willing to, the collector, sorry, is really willing to pay, but he wants to go through the dealership. So we'll bring the combine we have over to them. They'll give us the money. I think he wants the correct paperwork to be done up, so, you know, I can understand that. We'll bring the combine over to him, and the money will exchange over there. The dealership already has the money he's willing to pay. I don't know what it is, but he said it is a substantial amount, because the combine is in reasonably good nick. And we're going to swap it out for a dominator and see if we can't get some headers for the dominator as well. Now, we would like to get a corn header. If we can't, that's kind of okay. I can rent one. As you can see though, the seeds around the area have started to sprout. I've been doing some contracting work for the neighbours as well in the meantime. I'll probably do some more later on while Sergei finishes off cleaning up the mess in field 4. Assuming, of course, I get this done in a reasonable time frame, which I should do. The only downside is this seeder is a very small seed bin, so we'll have to go back to the yard a couple of times. He has swapped out the balers. He said he got something slightly better, but he mentioned something about our puny tractors not being good enough for them, which was mildly concerning, because I would like to have balers these things can run. Get the distinct feeling he's done something stupid that he shouldn't have, which is part of the reason I've been doing contracting work. They've been loaning me their vehicles and their equipment and paying me a small sum to get their fields done for them, which, you know, I don't mind that. Gives me a bit of extra income, saves them from doing the work. Win-win situation. So I'll probably go out and about later on today and see if we can't get some more contracting done. Just a bit of extra income right now before we get animals. As you can see, the grass is growing. It is after sprouting up a lot since you were last here. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be mowing within the next couple of weeks. If we're not, well, that's fine, but I do plan on getting some silage made in the next couple of weeks. In preparation for getting some cows, and possibly just storing some grass, or hay, I should say, for some sheep, but that'll be in the summertime. I would like to get animals in before the winter, because I prefer not to be trying to bring animals in you know, sub-zero temperatures or very low temperatures. So the summertime is probably the best time, because we'll have the harvest going on, we'll have all the bales. Who knows, we might even have a new baler, a different baler by then. Because I've heard of rumours of an old Velger square baler going around. It makes small bales, but they might be of use to us for quick and easy animal feed more than anything else. I mean, we've got a big feeder, but we can always load up a bucket by hand and dump the bales in. That's not a big deal. And it's just a case. Let's see if we can't go any faster. There we go. 15 kilometers an hour, we'll see that. Just a case of getting the seeds into the ground and getting the crops harvested up. Would also like to get some pigs around here. I'd like to get some pigs and some cows. Number one, the cows will provide milk. And the pigs and cows will both provide me with slurry manure, which two things that I'd really like to get going, because this farm, I would love it to be somewhat organic. If possible. I don't know exactly how organic we can go, but if we can get it to the point where we're kind of balancing slurry and manure out with, you know, how much crop we can produce, well, how many fields we have, and getting down near zero every year, that's great. If we end up with an excess of slurry and manure, that's actually better, because, do you know what? That means we can buy more fields. There we go. This little fent is proving to be a godsend. I wasn't 100% sure of it. I'm still not. But in terms of what it can pull, it doesn't seem to care too much. And as long as it can get the work done, I don't care too much. Sergei is off in his bulldozer again. I still don't know why he wants that thing, but he is dead set on using his bulldozer. Strange, strange man. We'll probably end up having to get to the yard at some point. We will almost definitely need to go to the yard, because I definitely don't have 44% of this field planted, and we've gone through 44% of the seeds. So that's less than ideal, but it can be solved. It's a problem with a solution. The solution is just go back to the yard and fill up again. The question is, how far can we push these seeds? Because I would quite like to get as much of this field done in one seed bin as possible. Obviously I'm not going to skimp on the seeds. And out of character real quick, there will be spots that get skipped because the terrain isn't perfect, but you'll have to overlook them. Because I kind of have to. I'll go over them off camera. Also, out of character news, because it looks like this is going to be the only video going up today. It's 10 to 11 at the moment, and I don't really want to try and figure out what to do on ETS2. Do apologize to those of you who do like Euro Truck. It's in an unfortunate place on my schedule. I said that there wouldn't be streams Thursday. There wouldn't be a stream on Thursday. That is now incorrect news. It's incorrect information. I will be streaming this week and next week. However, the week after next, the channel is going to go on a 1 week break. Not because I want to, but because the entire bathroom is being ripped apart, and I won't have time to record. If I can get time to record, I will, but it's highly likely that the channel's going to go on a Monday to Friday break the week after next. while we get a new bathroom into the house. And I think I've explained this before. Where my room / office / everything is directly above the bathroom. In fact, my desk is directly above the toilet. So that's not exactly ideal when the bathroom's getting replaced. And we're told today, hey, look, there's a lot going on the next couple of weeks. This week, not going to be able to do it. Next week, not being able to do it because, obviously the guy that we're contracting to do it has other jobs. But the week after, he said he'll be here Monday morning. And he set the entire week aside, which means that either I get a week ahead in videos, which probably isn't going to happen because of streams and whatnot, or, well, I could, in theory, do it on the... If I can sort my sleeping pattern out, I will be able to get a week ahead. There may be videos for that week. But in terms of streams, they're not going to happen, I'm afraid. So I'm going to take a hit, you guys are going to take a hit, because obviously you guys prefer the streams. I get a lot more views in the streams than I do on videos. But I will be putting videos up instead of streams, just so that you guys can get your fill of RainbowDave. And seeing as old streams is kind of the generic stream replacement, it's going to be old streams week. It's going to be roleplay week. I know that a lot of you guys like the roleplay. A lot of you guys. So, yeah, you'll get a week of one episode of this. If I can get videos recorded. This is a big if. You'll get a week of one episode every day of this. Hopefully on top of the normal videos. Obviously, if I can't get things recorded in time, I'll figure out some sort of emergency schedule. But I'll do what I can to get you guys some content in that week. Somehow. Even if it means I have to record it stupid, like at weird hours. Or like I've got an hour to record a day or something. I'll figure something out. And even if it's just time-lapse. Do you know what? I could do a time-lapse week. Where I do like an hour or two of work and then put some music behind it. Because I do have access. I will be able to do that still. My computer won't be out of action. It's just my microphone will probably will be. Which, that sucks. That I won't be able to do everything I normally do. But it's a necessary evil, I think. So I'm just going to do a bit of a headland here while I talk about this. And if you didn't guess, I'm kind of running it. I'm kind of a bit thin on ideas on roleplay stuff at the moment. Let's leave that bottom line until the end. Now, in terms of the roleplay, one thing I want you guys to look for, because I know you guys do enjoy looking for mods and making suggestions. I have a suggestion for you guys. If you guys can find me, and I've said this before, a ride-on lawnmower. This is the ideal, but if you can find something similar, I will accept it. A ride-on or push lawnmower, which don't say the Lizard TRX, because there's more to come, that can bag. So, something like the way the Amazon Profi Hopper was in 15, the X-Mark mowers were in 15, that's the kind of mower I'm looking for right now. Because I've got an idea for a mini-series within Roleplay that I need a ride-on lawnmower for. And before anybody says, no, it's not lawn care, no, I'm not copying Sim. But yes, I do need a ride-on lawnmower, and yes, I am taking inspiration from his lawn care series. I'm not returning to the RainbowDave landscaping that I did in 15. Got something a bit different. Because if and when I do find that mower, I'm gonna need gonna need like an hour or 4 or 6 to prepare it for what I want. Because I'm not gonna be using it stock. I don't I use mods that are, you know, straight out the box. Here's the mod, and here we go. Some mods that I do edit, as you guys know. In fact, I am hopefully in the next couple of weeks going to be making a logo that I will be putting onto some of my edits. And you guys might have a bit of a laugh at it. Well, I can do that in 10 minutes actually, the edit that I want, because I still have all the files that I need. It's just a case of finding that 10 minutes in between all the other 1,000,005 things that I want to do. You guys have no idea how much time goes into these videos. Even just like some of the chat that goes on in TeamSpeak even is just like coming up with ideas and brainstorming things and getting inspiration from stupid things that get said in TeamSpeak. Like, Clown Tour was a joke. Landy, those of you who know what Clown Tour is, it's my rainbow challenger that I probably won't be using on this farm, but I will be using on a couple of other maps in the near future. That started off as a joke, where Landy said, hey, maybe you should do a rainbow tractor with a clown horn. I said, okay, give me 20 minutes, I'll get a rainbow tractor with a clown horn. And the funny horns thing is just something that I do to entertain myself. It's not like something that I seriously think is supposed to be a thing. It's just because you know, horns like this are cool and all. That's got a tinny little whistle. Oh, that's annoying. There's a little tinny whistle. I don't know if it comes out well on video, but there's a little kind of an electronic buzz behind that horn that I don't like. The reason I added the horns is just so that they're unique. So the Ford that I have, not the version that's on the mod, well, the original is on the mod list. I had to get it off. I actually had to get it off Landy. Just to give you guys an idea of what happens when I edit things. The original goes away usually. But the Ford, I changed the horn on that because it was funny. What did I put Dixie horn into? Oh, strawberry, the Valtra, my Valtra. That has a silly horn because I like genuinely like the Dixie horn. And you know, the things get edited just for fun. And it's always good. And the idea I have for the ride-on lawnmower, or whatever lawnmower I can get, is somewhat serious. It's not going to be one of my silly reskins. It's going to be more like the... you might not even know this, actually. The MB3D class Jaguar. The one on the mod hub. The version I have is actually an edit. I've reskinned that slightly. And it's such a subtle reskin that unless you know what I've done, it's impossible to tell the difference. And it's not me tooting my own horn, it's the reskin that I did was... Oh, I'm almost out of seeds. The reskin that I did was I changed the shade of green slightly. Ever so slightly. It's noticeable when if I was to put the original up against my version. But just showing it off in a video or whatever, it's not really all that possible to tell. So 3 liters, 2 liters, 1 liter, 1 liter, and 0. We're now empty, which means it is time to go back to the yard. I'll get off the field as quickly as I can. Time to go back to the yard and refill this seeder. And finally we get to see what Sergei's replaced those balers with. He has said he's got replacements. He used plurals again. Why am I worried now? He said he found replacements for the baler, not a single replacement. Oh dear. Because I told him what happened with those balers yesterday. And he said he'd go back to his friend and get it sorted. And he said he came up with replacements. As in, more than one. I'm afraid of what's hiding in that yard right now. I'm genuinely concerned But, I mean, I can't see anything out of the ordinary right now, so it can't be too bad, can it? Wait, what is that? What was that? We saw something over there. In any case, we need to go in this gate for the seeds. I don't know why we're indicating, but we are. Saw something over there. What's this? Oh my god. What's this? What are those? Are they... Did Sergei seriously replace the two really wonky balers with two even weirder looking balers? Need to actually lower that a bit. There we go. Because there is a seed pallet there. Just let that refill there. Oh, it's full already. And oh god, he's bought Russian things again. I mean, he means well. He just doesn't seem to understand that Soviet equipment is kind of outdated now. He genuinely seems to think he is still in the Soviet Union. You can see that our... What did I plant there? Barley is starting to pop up out of the ground. Won't be too long before it's harvested, I think. Making good progress on the farm. I think we are, at least. I think we're making good progress. Because, I mean, we've got fields planted and Sergei's off causing some sort of trouble. He's actually doing quite well so far in that field. You can see where he's ploughed up and the death and destruction around it. I don't know why it's gone white, but it is. So we are pulling in over here. I wonder, was the soil too cold for soybean? Do you know what? We can actually just go along this road a bit more and cut across the grass itself. Because there's no reason for us to follow the road exactly. Let's get the seeder on, the PTO spinning, and the seeder's in. So this thing does have sensors to see if there's already a seed in the vicinity, which is nice. I don't know how it's run with this tractor, but it is. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a feature that doesn't let me waste seeds. We are almost finished this field as well, which is very nice indeed. And we got the majority of it done in one single seed bin. I mean, 240 litres can go a long way when you are planting corn. And I do know they want some sunflowers planted. I don't quite know if I want to grow them though, because I do happen to know that sunflowers are very low yield and they don't want to pay too much for them. I don't see the point in growing a crop that I'm not going to be making money out of, or too much money out of at least. My phone did go off a minute ago and I probably should check what it was, because I do fairly frequently get somewhat important stuff coming through. But I can check in a couple of minutes. I am quite tired today actually, because we got a delivery in. I had to help move it. It was about 60 or 80 kilos of cement and a couple of hundred tiles, and they were not light tiles. They weren't these little delicate decorative things. They are quite significant tiles, and the cement is to adhere them to the walls and the floor. And yeah, I'm quite tired after that, because that was quite a bit of physical exertion for somebody who usually sits in their chair all day. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to end the video here. I know there's a small bit of the field left to do that will be done off camera. I will reseed field 4 off camera as well. But for now, what I'm going to do is leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on the Old Streams Farm. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do hit that like button. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe as well. It is very much appreciated, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed already. I wish I could do that individually, but that would take like a week. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.